Real quick, I'm on my way to church right now. I am a Christian. In case you don't know, I rep Jesus Christ loud and proud, baby. I have a crazy history. I have a crazy testimony, a story. Like everybody else has a story. My story is that I lived my life like an action-packed movie. Back in the day, by the way, I'm 35 years old. Back in the day, um, I have everything from running away from the police, high speed chases. I don't know. I don't really want to share all that kind of stuff. That's not what I'm feeling led to do right now. This video is mainly for the youth. The youth meaning teenagers, young adults, 20 to 30 years old. You guys are trying to figure out people, the psychology of people. You're trying to figure out how people conduct themselves, how to get ahead, how to appropriate yourself in people's eyes. Manage yourself, how to, conduct yourself. Some of you are too young. You're very immature. You're in that wilding out stage. You're reckless. You're troublemaking. You think that there is no consequences to life because you didn't get caught by the police, and so you got away with it scot free, and so now you're home free now, and you just think that everything is like life in general is like that. Let me just tell you, let me pause right there and just minister to those types of people real quick and let them know that in that age bracket, um, you're racking up sins against your own soul. And the more accumulation of sins you rack, depression starts to set in, suicidal thoughts, demons start to enter your life, and things, negativity takes on a whole new life inside your life. Your darkness becomes your norm. The friends that you're hanging around with, you don't know this yet, but you're gonna get to know how shisty, two-faced, backstabbing people can really be. Yeah, those same people that say I got your back, those same people that smoke blunts with you, those same people that urge you to do the wrong things, and then they bail on you if you get caught. Oh yeah, those same people, they won't visit you when you're in jail. Those same people, but they will never tell you that. They will never tell you that. Look, I have hair right here standing up. But anyways, I'm going to church right now, so I got some gel in my hair and whatnot. But anyways, look, I don't want to get off topic. So there's different levels, different age groups, and everybody thinks according to their age group and maturity, right? And so at my age group, at 35 years old, I've been around the block. I've been around the mountains. I've seen the scenery. I've seen the different types of people that there are out there. I've seen the different types of spirits that use the people out there. You don't know about that yet. I'm going to teach you. There's spirits, there's demons that really talk through people. They have personalities. The demons have personalities. They use people, okay? So you think you're talking to your friend, and really there's a demon trying to get you to die the whole time. So that's why, okay, beautiful. So one of the things that the demons do, okay, is that when you're taking a road trip, it doesn't matter if it's here to IHOP 5 miles or here to the casino 100 miles, whatever, it doesn't matter. This is one of the things that demons do. The guy that's driving, okay, this is a cool ambience. You have to understand, the demons, it's always cool, laid back. You're cool, you're cool, right? And so you can't put on your seatbelt because that's not cool, right? You put on your seatbelt, you're soft. You put on your seatbelt, you're looked upon like what? You probably be made fun of. But again, this is the demonic element to it all. Why? Because they're trying to take you out, okay? So the guy that's driving, he's driving reckless, but you can't tell him slow down. You can't tell him stop weaving in and out. You're going to get pulled over. No. Everything in that life, because it has the cool element to it, okay? So that keeps you in check from speaking your mind, speaking your heart, speaking your feelings. You can't show fear. You can't show like your heart is racing and that you want things to slow down and you want to go back home. You can't say that. Oh, it's 12 o'clock. You want to go back home. No, that's too early. You got to stay out till 5 or 6 a.m. at least in order to be fitting in and be accepted. Again, all this is demonic behind the scenes. You don't know this. I'm trying to teach you. I went through it all. Okay, so the end game is to get you addicted, right? So you do drugs, you do alcohol, you do all that kind of stuff. You have a good time, you go back home, and you just do it again the next day or the next week or whatever. Sometimes it takes a long time to get addicted. Why? Because the, uh, the thing is that the enemy will always send you somebody that's addicted to get you addicted. So they'll say, you just started off, you're a rookie, you're testing things out for the first time, but you're somebody's connected to you that they've been doing it for years, and they just won't let up. They want to do it all day, every day, and you're coming around for the ride. So you're smoking now a heck of a lot more than you would ever smoke if you were by yourself. But now you want to fit in, you want to be accepted. This is the demonic element, guys. 100% demons infested inside that person, ruling over that person, and quite frankly, they have an agenda, they have a plan, and they have a destination where they're trying to take you. I have so many stories to tell you. The voices in your head, these voices that talk to you, that they be cussing, they be plotting and planning in your head, trying to give you a scenario to go by. Okay, as an example, I used to be in high school, and at nighttime when I used to be in bed, I would have movies playing in my head, like a movie, right? And the movie was violent. Like, I'd be crossing the street, and there'll be two guys going in the opposite direction. I'd be looking at him, he'd be looking at me. I said, "What's up then?" And then boom, we're fighting. In the movie, you always win. So it doesn't matter if it was one guy, two guys, five guys, you always win in the movie, in your head, the imagination. And so this is another element that the devil uses. He uses music. Music is another instrument that the devil uses a lot. If you take out music, he'll have a hard time getting you. He'll have a hard time making you do what he wants you to do, because music riles you up. Music motivates you to do those things, especially if you listen to the lyrics. A lot of the lyrics are murder this person, smoke this, party like a rock star, and it has a nice beat to it. So as you jam into it, and then it gets you into the zone where he wants you to be in your mind, to then become what he wants you to be. So it's a replica of the music. So he's trying to duplicate the music inside of you. He's trying to put that up inside of you, your DNA, so you could become that. And I, as an example, used to sing lyrics like now looking back, I was a dumbass. But I didn't know it at the time. I was young, and I was trying to become something. So I was trying to go somewhere with my life. So, again, I wanted to be cool. I didn't have no role model. I didn't have no mentor. I didn't have nobody telling me what I'm telling you right now. So for me, it was a free-for-all. For me, it was like, all right, in this zone, I work for something. I'm working for respect. I'm working for reputation. I'm working for people to like me, daps. I like the females, so the cooler I am, the more females I get. And so it's this whole charade. It's an illusion that you're just going by, and you think that you matter. You think you're so special. Okay, one of the demons, they make you feel like you're it. You're the it in the whole world. That's one of the demons, okay? I believe to be pride. Okay, but this demon will come inside of your life, and you just feel like the whole world stops. And every step you take, everybody's looking at you. You matter so much. You're so important, like that the world will end if you die. That's the type of thing that had me once upon a time. And that everything I did was like, if you were in a stadium and there was a bunch of people sitting down, and anything you did, you would get like a standing ovation, everybody applauding. So for me, as an example, what I would do is I would cross the street thinking that a bunch of people were watching me. And I would cross it when cars were coming really, really close to me, and I would just dodge the car by an inch. And I would almost die, but I would escape with my life. But just like they say, by the skin of your teeth. One time I got hit by the car. It sent me flying. But because I had done that so many times. But the point that I'm trying to make is that I did that because I had a inner feeling in my head. It was all an illusion, but it was demonic. It was spiritual behind the scenes. I didn't know that then. I know that now. And so the let me paint the picture. I was on the sidewalk. I was looking to my left. The cars are coming. I'm looking at the medium in the middle, and I need to get to the middle, the medium. It's about 12 feet from where I'm at to the medium. Okay, so I got to cross the street, and so I'm looking, and the cars are coming. Now I feel at this point like the heavens are open, like everybody's looking at me, like I'm it. Remember, I'm so special. And so I feel like I have to put on a show for everybody that's watching because I don't want to bore them. You know, I want them. I want to show them something. You get what I'm saying? And so I cross the street, almost get hit by a car. You know, I didn't. And then boom, I'm like, all right, now I'm putting on a show, and it's almost like a gratifying feeling that you feel like you're the coolest guy in the world, and you have to wear this uniform. You have to be this person, okay? A lot of people are dealing with this on the inside, bro. Both men and women, bro. And I felt like I had to wear this costume, this person. This person had to be the coolest. This person had to be like the person that everybody's watching. It's unfolding, and like now I'm the cool guy. All right, so I have to live up to the reputation. That means that I can't let my guard down. That means that I have to live up to it because I don't want to let everybody down, right? And so if you look at me hard, I gotta punch you. And if I don't, I'm soft. And we can't have that because everybody's watching. And so, hey, it is what it is. So you have to prove yourself over and over again, over and over again. You have to steal from stores, and the more you steal, the cooler you are. So you're gaining points. And so the more fights you get into, definitely get cool points for that. And so now you start creating a crowd, not a spiritual crowd, but a physical crowd at this point. And everybody's egging you on. You don't know it, but it's demons inside the people that are egging you on. Dang, you knocked that guy out, bro. Yeah, egging you on. And so it's like you get dabs, you get props, you get arms put around your neck, like, man, this is my boy, man. Don't mess with him, man. Don't mess with anybody step to this dude, man. He'll knock him out, man. And they put you on the spot over and over again so that you, in the future, you have to prove yourself over and over again. And if you ever not in the mood to fight, you're considered, like, you lose your reputation. So you have to fight. And so it's a lot of pressure. It's like working overtime because you never have any peace. You don't. It's like I said, you have to live up to the moment of who you are, even if that's not who you are. And 99.9% of the time, that's not who the person is. Who the person is would want to sit down and reconcile with their enemy. They would want to buy them a lemonade or an iced tea, and say, hey man, let's squash beef, and that's it. They would want to do that in the inside of their hearts. Their sincere human nature wants to do that. But this demon that has deceived them has them thinking, I got to live up to my reputation. Everybody's watching. I can't fail them. I have to become this. And then, this illusion that they create in your mind that you have to reach that potential of being bad. In that life, the worse you are, the more bad you are, the better you are. In other words, your reputation starts to take off, and you start to gain stars, and you get what I'm saying. Like everybody, you start to get a reputation, not just in your neighborhood, but then in other neighborhoods, and then in the city, and then eventually people just know you. And so it's a lot of hard work, though, because you have to do so much sin and so much damage to other people, including your own people. And the more damage you do, the more you climb the ladder. This is all spiritual. It's demonic. It's the devil pulling the strings behind the scenes. And the end game is for you to die and go to hell. And that's what happened to me. That's my story. That's what I lived. I found myself living in hell. After a while, I found myself that the same master that I was trying to, I thought Satan was my friend. You know what I'm saying? Like, he showed himself in my life as my friend. He was always smiling. Okay, some of you have this going on in your life. This is gonna save you. Satan. I didn't grow up religious. I didn't go to church or nothing like that. But I was raised as a young buck to being cool, and the people that I was hanging around with were 10 years older than me. So they were in other things, and I was just growing very, very fast for my age. So at 10 years old, I was already drinking and smoking. So you can, imagine by 12, I was popping pills, I was doing this, that, and the other, ecstasy and coke and this and that. By 15, I was doing all of the above and proving myself. Like I said, OT, putting my life on the line every day, doing stupid stuff, thinking that I was all that in a bag of chips, thinking that I was a gangster, thinking that, but really, bro, really, in sincerity, on the inside, I would never admit this. I would never admit this back in the day, but now I can admit it. I'm man enough to admit it now. That wasn't me, man. That was not me. I was a good guy, man. I was the type of person that I would give you money if you needed it. Now in this life, if you lend $1 and you don't get it back, then you're soft. You have to fight over that $1. I'm the type of dude. Even as a young buck, I was this type of dude where I'll give you the dollar, I'll give you $100, I'll give you $50. It doesn't matter to me. Like, hey, you need it? All right, here you go. But in that life, money means a lot, and so you have to prove yourself over and over and over again. I don't want to make this video too long, but it's demonic. That's really what I want you to get out of all this thing. It's spiritual. It is spiritual. A lot of people are falling for this stuff, and they're going to hell in the end of the day. And in the end of the day, when you do die, when people die, what do they get for all their hard work? All their, they shot up a bunch of people. They got the reputation, everybody. And then what do you get? You get a little shot of liquor poured out on the ground by your homies, and they say, this is for my dead homie. They say your name. They pour out just a little bit, not a whole bottle, just a little bit. And then they drink to your death. And then they proceed on. And that's the end of that. That is the end. You might get a little, candlelight, corner, little teddy bear kind of thing in memory of whatever. That's it. That's your glory moment. That's all you get for all the years of hard work, slavery, pain, bro. I'm talking about blood, sweat, and tears. Literally, that's all you get. That's all you get. In 2 weeks' time, you're not talked about anymore at all. 2 weeks. 2 weeks. For 2 weeks, they're saying, hey, you heard who died? Who? And then they say your name. And like, no way. That's all they get. That's all you get. That's your glory. That's your glory. That's what you're fighting for. That's your glory. No way, he died? Yeah, bro. How'd he die? Oh, they shot him up. Damn. Who? Oh, we don't know. Damn, no way, bro. Yeah, I was just chilling with him the other day, man. Damn, you see? Damn, life, bro. You never know when your day's gonna come. This is the kind of conversations they have. And that's it. You get brought up maybe once, twice, and that's it, dude. That's it. That's all you get. Meanwhile, you're in hell in the lake of fire, screaming, hollering. Okay, quite literally, guys. This is not figuratively speaking. This is for real, bro. Like, hell is for real. And you're literally in hell at this point because you lived your life for the devil, whether you knew it or whether you didn't know it. So many people don't know it. And you see so much deception out there. You see so many movies. You see so much music out there being, like, for example, Tupac, Ghetto Gospel. I like that song. I think it's a good song. But ghetto gospel has to do with him living his life the way he was living it and going to heaven. I'm going to tell you, bro, it's not like that. It's deception. That's the devil's language. He's to deceive you. He's the father of lies. He creates a narrative for you to follow, and then in the end, it's ha ha ha, you fell for it. So I'm trying to give you the truth. So yeah, I found myself in hell. Satan had, the friend that I thought that I had, always smiling, always, this and that. He skipped me, like a skip, He skipped me at age 15, I want to say, all the way to hell, man. I'll never forget that day. He threw me in a chamber, like in a cell. He threw me in there, closed the door, smiled at me, and skipped away. That was my. I said, initially I just felt betrayed. What do you feel? What do you? And I'm speaking of a spiritual aspect right now. Physically, I was free. Spiritually, I was in hell. And I could show you hell. I could draw it for you. I could tell you what it looked like. I had PTSD for years and years and years because everything that went on in hell. I got beat on, whooped on. I got I remember, like, you see these movies that you got a pickaxe and you're hitting the street, right? You're hitting grounds, right? I was doing that in hell. I had a pickaxe and I was hitting stone ground that you don't do anything. Okay, the ground is so hard that when you're hitting this pickaxe, you're not getting anywhere with it. There's no progress. Literally zero progress. But you have to do it. Failure to do it, you get whooped. And when the whooping is severe. If you look up, if you talk, if you breathe too hard, you get whooped. This is how it is in hell. There's no oxygen to breathe. You're breathing hot, magma air. But you don't die. But you would die. Okay, there's no rest. No rest, no water. And so you feel like if you worked a 24-hour shift nonstop in the worst, hardest job in the world, and you're super, super tired, but you don't get no rest. You have to keep going, and you have to keep going. On top of that, the workload is still there. You still have to, and so then they put you in the cell, and you're chained up. And so there's a lot of deception out there, all right, about all kinds of different scenarios that be going out there. But the point that I'm trying to make is that I was in outer darkness. Another, I was in the cell, but at other areas I would be in outer darkness, where the place where I would be so dark that I could put my hand in front of me and not see my hand. It was darker than being in a dark room, putting 5 blindfolds over your eyes and duct taping those blindfolds over your eyes and being in a dark room. It was darker than that. If you can believe that, if you can imagine that. It was darker than that. You couldn't see anything. So you're walking in this dark, 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 dark place. I can't express to you how dark it is, because it's darker than what you think it is. Okay, so you're walking in this place. You don't know if there's going to be a cliff that you're walking off of. You don't know anything. And there's certain things that are touching you while you're walking in this dark place. There's certain things that are grabbing you. And so you can't see a thing. And you're just walking because you can stand still, but you don't know what you don't know what to do with yourself. You're just in this dark place. It's very, very scary is not the word. I had PTSD from it, I'm telling you. And so later on, I find out that the Bible actually talks about this. The Bible starts talking about outer darkness. I didn't know that, but I experienced it before I knew about it. Now I read the Bible, now I understand. There's different layers to hell. There's the lake of fire. That's where the devil will be, right? There's prison cells. So according to your sin, according to, where you match up in your sin, that's where you get placed. But none of it is better than the last one. They're very, I don't wish it upon my worst enemy. Period. I don't know how else to put it. But people don't be talking about this kind of stuff, and I'm exposing all of it. I'm trying, at least. There's so much to expose, but really, man, all these friends that you be having, you know what I'm saying? And the pool that you have to drink, and the pool that you have to smoke, and the pool that you have to go to this club or that club, and the fact that you can't stop even when you want to stop. It's all spiritual behind the scenes. All you got to do is lean more towards Jesus Christ, acknowledge that Jesus Christ is your Savior and that He has the power to set you free. That's step 1. Step 2 is get baptized. Acknowledge Jesus as your Lord and as your Savior, and start to renounce to this lifestyle. Say, hey, listen, I fell for it. I lived it. It's not all that I thought it was cracked up to be. In the beginning, it was some fun, because the beginning is pleasurable, because the devil has to hook you. And so it can't be not pleasurable, but that lasts just enough until the yoke is put around your neck. And when the yoke is put on and it clamps down and it locks up, now you're a slave. Now there is no getting out. And the devil will tell you. I've heard so many people say, that's it. Like, there's no getting out from me. I've been here too long. That's the devil's lie. Like, that's it. Like, this is it for me. This is the way I have to live for the rest of my life. That's what the devil has planted into their heads, and that's what they believe, and they receive it as the truth. But really, in reality, God, Jesus, is putting this video in front of your eyes so that you can see and understand the way out, the solution to your life, okay? He doesn't want you to go to hell. I don't want you to go to hell. And there's a way out, okay? I got to go to church now, guys, but man, it's good. It feels good to expose, but I hope I help some people, man, because I know what it's like over there. I understand the deception. And last but not least, just remember what I talked about. Remember, I've talked about so many different things. Remember that, your friend is not who you think they are, man. One of the biggest things is this false security that somebody has. Because you see a lot of people that you have a lot of people that back you up. Man, that's false security. Like, you have no idea. The same people that you see that you're walking with now will be walking against you tomorrow. Like, you don't know that, but I know that, and I'm trying to tell you. These same people that say, I got your back, ride or die, whatever happens to you has to happen to me. Hey, that's an old saying, that's played out. And the devil, quite frankly, has overdealt his hand over and over again, because he doesn't do anything new. He just keeps doing the same thing. I'm letting you know that those people don't have your back. They don't. I mean, I'm not talking about having a fight, because if you get in a fight and it's just you and that person against one person, they'll jump in. I'm talking about when things hit the fan and there's police after you, and then they're in an interrogation room, and they want to know, hey, if you don't snitch your buddy out, you're gonna get 15 years. They'll be singing like a bird, man. And that's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about these people aren't who you think they are. They won't be visiting you in jail, and they won't be taking care of your family when you're in jail, even when you put in overtime for them, even when you had their back and you gained all this credit in their book. They'll forget you. They'll probably jack your female while you're in jail. These are the things that go on, man. All right, God bless.